Jim Henson once said that life is like a movie, so write your own ending. Keep believing and keep pretending. Hi, I'm Jasper, and today I will be discussing to you the Korean movie entitled Parasite and its connection to the real life. And here is our presentation outline. We'll be giving three connections to the real life and three passages for the reader response approach. And now, connections of the movie to the real life. In here, we'll be discussing the connection of the movie's elements to the real life situation that is experienced by many people. For the first connection, envy can make us blind. Envy is desiring something that someone else has, and it shows up when we divide ourselves from other people. When we notice only hierarchy and dwell on our differences. And it occurs when we feel lack. The idea of having what someone else has will lead to a happier life is just a fantasy, and it is only a temporary solution to a deeper problem. If we only focus on what we don't have, then we become blind to what we do. What are we taking for granted? If we envy the ones who have more money, what are other areas in life where we are rich? At least for me, perceiving everyone as competition and living in a constant comparison has never brought joy. We all have our different circumstances, and each existence is unique. For the second connection, greed is destructive. If this movie is a mirror of society, then the reflection in it isn't the most beautiful. Greed is the main motive in Parasite, and we have the chance to observe how toxic it is. The family who is living in poverty, motivated by greed, take an opportunity to exploit the wealth of the rich. Kims believe that bad things happen only to them and that it is easier to be nice when you are rich, but they are arrogant and blind to what consequences their actions have. Some argue that greed is what stimulates people to achieve success. If the definition of greed would be having the ambition to become a better person professionally and get fairly rewarded for that, it would be a different story. I would not consider that greed. But the greediness that exists in today's society is all about getting more and more. It is about never having enough. And the biggest problem with greed is that so often it drives someone to activities that eventually harm others. And for the third connection, awareness is hard, but ignorance is easy. The wealthy Park family is comfortable and their life appears simple. So simple that they are naive and blind to the suffering of other humans. They do not recognize that someone at the same time is living a really difficult life. Their world is still spinning smoothly while other people in the opposite class experience what seems to them a tragedy. The poor Kim family, however, are not portrayed as better in that matter. They are equally ignorant of others' misery. They don't see how they are damaging lives because they experience different realities. So often, we are ignorant of the fact that our reality is not all there is. We view life from a tunnel vision perspective. Being aware of everything is also not possible, but the least we can do is recognize our ignorance. Recognize that our point of view is nothing more than our individual glasses that we put on. It doesn't depict the truth. Everyone has their own. Now, we will be utilizing the reader response approach to deeply understand the three passages and to reflect and retrospect them. For our first claim, the movie is telling us that life is unpredictable. And this is a quote from the movie. You know what kind of plan never fails? No plan at all. No plan. You know why? If you make a plan, life never works out then. And here's our response. Based on everyone's experience, not all of our plans goes the way that we wanted. there will be times that our plans may turn the other way around. The results may not be our desire and might frustrate us, but that is just how life works. We cannot control everything. Unexpected situations may arise in the midst of your journey. We should accept these unfortunate instances and learn to deal with it instead of ignoring it. This is one of the most important lessons that we should always remember. We should learn to accept and to adopt. Accept the truth and adopt the changes. Sometimes it is better to go with the flow than to go against the waves. Life is full of challenges. Life is unpredictable, and you never know what is coming next. Don't ever get too comfortable. Be always ready for change. And for our second thing, the movie is showing us that our economic status has something to do with our attitude. And here is a quotation from the movie. They are rich, but still nice. They're nice because they are rich. And here's our response. Nowadays, wealth and money can give us superiority. As per observation, many people tend to give more respect to those who are wealthy than to those who are very poor. There are also people who suddenly change their attitude because of their possession, and some are abusing their powers against the others. These people should stay humble and keep their feet on the ground, for everyone deserves respect and kindness. However, not all people are like that. There are still some who uses their wealth for good deeds. It is not necessary to help others by giving financial aid, but instead, we should treat each and everyone equally, without boundaries, without judgments, without prejudices, and without reservations. Let us not fill our minds with worldly materials. Remember that we should always show kindness and conserve the humanity in us. Now, for the third claim, the movie is telling us that money has been our necessity and our topmost priority. And here's a quotation from the movie. University, a career, marriage, those are all fine. But first, I'll earn money. And here is our response. It is undeniable that we can do a lot of things if we have money. We can use money to buy food, shelter, medicine, and other necessities. And today, we define success by the amount of money that we possess. People work hard to earn money because we know that money can be the solution to our problems. We knew that with money, we can make our lives better. But aside from this, earning money is not always good. Some people are much focused on earning money and tend to forget our relationships and perhaps forget ourselves. We should not be blinded by money. We should always remember that time is more precious than wealth. So live your life to the fullest because we only live once. We cannot bring back time and we cannot bring money after life. But what we could leave is a legacy and memories that we will always cherish. If the wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When character is lost, everything is lost. And that's a piece of advice that we should always remember. And now, the movie contains a lot of life lessons. Lessons that can apply to our lives and lessons that can change the way we live. So live your life like you are the hero in your own movie. Thank you for listening, and that's it for today. Thank you.